When one guy is stuck fighting two or more opponents, it can get messy fast. Sure, some people swear they live in a movie where one tough guy strolls in and drops everyone like it's nothing. How convenient. Reality doesn't work like that though, and most of the time, trying to handle multiple attackers is a quick way to get humbled. In this video, we're breaking down what it actually takes for one fighter to beat two or even three opponents in an MMA setting, and how often that really happens. Fight number 1. Up the strongman moment nobody could ignore. Eddie Hall versus the NFA brothers. And yeah, if you trust what Google says, these two are basically big talkers with some flashy footwork and look at me energy. It's going to be a long night unless you're a real deal UFC heavyweight. Now, look at the opening. The TikTok bros start circling the cage in sync like they're sharing one brain cell between them.
Circling, look at this. I talked about the strategy. They're both coming from a very wide angle. Eddie calling them on.
But of course, neither one wants to march straight into a nuclear-level punch. So instead, they start chirping and taunting, hoping Eddie gets irritated first and rushes in like a cartoon villain.
We are 30 seconds in. It's that first explosion, that first use of strength. Will we see it? When will we see it? And they've got to draw it out of him because cardio is going to be their weapon.
They're circling, poking, feinting, doing that "we're dangerous, trust us" routine, hoping Eddie panics and makes the first big mistake, because that's the whole plan, obviously. But Eddie doesn't bite. He stays calm, keeps drifting around, just waiting for one of them to step in close enough to regret it. And the funniest part, every time Eddie even flicks a light jab in their direction, the TikTok brothers backpedal like they just saw a ghost. Instant escape mode. Then one of them throws this leg kick that looks way more like "please don't hit me."
5, 6 people fight him at once. And now he's got the 2 men in here.
Eddie is keeping composure and professional because he can't run after one, because then his back is exposed. And a big kick again.
This is the strategy? They're standing there, acting like they might jump in themselves, like some wild instinct is telling them to help take down the big beast.
One ended, Eddie Hall, unimpressed.
You know, Eddie definitely
Round 2 finally starts looking like something might happen. Imagine that. Both brothers instantly swarm Hall again, trying to box him in like they're running some mastermind plan. But this time, Eddie decides he's done watching the Circle and Pose show, and he fires first. He charges in and launches a massive bomb of a punch. Barely misses, but the message is loud and clear. Eddie looks heated, like he's screaming without words. "I'm right here. There's 2 of you. Do something." And the crowd? Yeah, they're irritated too, because at this point it's turning into a patience test instead of a fight. The whole vibe gets annoying fast. It gets so bad that the referees actually pause things to give the guys a little reality check. This isn't some run around and act busy contest, geniuses. Sure, but yeah, the ending actually makes up for all that nonsense. Out of nowhere, Eddie charges in again like he's finally had enough of the slow-motion circus. And then, boom! One brother drops hard, like the lights just got switched off. This is the perfect moment to shoot for a takedown. Brilliant timing, right? Chaos hits instantly. And just like that, the first real exchange of the entire fight puts one of the smaller guys completely out under the rules. That's where they shut it down, because if someone gets knocked unconscious, it's done.
Are in right now as well. And here we go on the replay. They're lifting up on the pile driver. Now they're closing the distance. There's the right hand as he comes in, and up he gets. This is the slam, and as he gets up, bam, right hand.
Fight number 2. Now we're stepping into the real madness, 1 versus 3. And this one comes straight out of the dogfight style tournament. So yes, the rules are basically good luck and try not to blink. It's a 1 versus 3 matchup with pros on both sides. The heavier powerhouse Eduardo against Manuel, Ivan, and Thomas. And look at the trio hyping each other up. Eduardo, though, he's not looking for backup, not looking for a pep talk. The type of savage who acts like the word intimidated doesn't exist. During the face-off, he's staring straight through them like he's calmly picking a menu. Who's first?
Va a tener que ganar 3 personas y hacer el mayor evento de la historia de los deportes.
Round 1 kicks off. All three crash in trying to overwhelm Eduardo immediately. He ends up on the ground with punches coming from every angle, like a storm you can't dodge.
En el suelo esto es imposible para Eduardo Riego.
Porque uno le está poniendo la posición del
Se
cuerpo.
levantó Eduardo Riego, quiere contra todo.
Oh,
Cae al
maravilla.
suelo. Es demasiado largo para él.
Le está poniendo la posición del
Se
cuerpo.
levantó Eduardo
He scrambles back to his feet for a second and immediately gets swarmed again.
antes que el ataque, Jordi.
No pueden, es demasiado complicado, están strikeando los tres.
Every time he frees up even a little, someone's climbing on his back and the other two pile in right behind. Because of course they do. The whole round is rough for Eduardo. Non-stop pressure, non-stop bodies on him.
Se lo intenta quitar. ¡Qué locura! Llegan los golpes.
Acaba de recibir un gancho de derecha muy fuerte.
No sé cómo se puede superar esto.
¡Qué difícil es! Eduardo le ha echado toda la valentía que podía. Medio.
Y mucho cuidado entre ellos que no se noqueen como pasó en el 2 contra 1 pasado.
Exacto.
Between rounds, the trio doesn't look nearly as hyped anymore. You can see it on their faces. They know round 1 was supposed to be the easy moment to slay the beast, and it didn't happen. So round 2 starts, and they rush him again like they're trying to force the issue. One of them even throws a flying knee right away, and they get him to the ground fast.
Tiene una guillotina, Eduardo. No, pero la va a soltar porque
Pero
es
no puede,
imposible
no
mantenerla.
The wildest thing happens. Eduardo snatches one of them into a guillotine choke and puts him out in seconds, even while the other two are still raining down ground and pound like it's going to magically save their teammate. The ref jumps in and pulls the unconscious fighter out of the chaos, and the crowd loses its mind.
¡Listo!
Tiempo muerto.
¿A quién? ¿A quién lo ha finalizado?
A uno de ellos, creo que fue Iván que era el que estaba agarrando.
¿Podemos ver alguna repetición?
The fight restarts and, yep, Eduardo gets taken down again. Even with only 2 left, the team still manages to control him on the ground for a bit and land some shots.
¡Qué locura, chicos!
¡Ay, ese material es difícil!
¡Esto es histórico! ¡Que no termine esto! ¡Ah!
Iván pide más.
¡Que no termine, por favor!
Round 3 is where it gets spicy though. Eduardo wastes 0 time. He immediately latches onto one of the opponents and locks up another guillotine. The last teammate starts swinging like his life depends on it. Eduardo squeezes, the guy taps or goes out, and that's another submission. Now it's one-on-one, and that's basically Eduardo's comfort zone. He grabs the last guy, and the whole scene starts looking like an action movie where the main character is casually handling the final surviving henchman.
¡Lo cogió! ¡Ahí se lo tiene!
¡Victoria! No era peleador de MMA. Aceptó el reto más complicado.
Dios mío.
Y Eduardo Riego es el
Fight number 3, Bezo versus the gangster team. And first off, this is one of the rare times you'll see a smaller guy willingly step up to fight 3 bigger opponents. 2 rounds, 3 minutes each. Short, brutal, and no time to breathe. The fight starts and Bezo charges at them like he forgot the numbers. 3-1, and he's still marching forward like he's the one with backup. Absolutely unhinged. Of course, the team doesn't appreciate that kind of disrespect, so they start swinging on him right away. He fends them off for a moment, then gets trapped in the corner again, and then one of the bigger guys gets dropped. Just like that, the whole easy work plan suddenly doesn't look so easy anymore. The refs pull that guy out immediately, and honestly, he didn't look completely out. So either the rules are weird, like you get dropped, you're done, or they were just not trying to let it get uglier. Either way, now it's 2 versus 1, and surprise, it doesn't magically get easier for Bezo. Heavy kicks start thudding into Bezo's body, and he's hanging on, but you can see it. He's exhausted, overpowered, and basically in full just survive the round mode. Round 2 starts, and Bezo gets bullied right back into the corner immediately. Because of course, and then you get this comedy moment in the middle of the chaos. One of the guys literally has to warn the other like, "Hey, bro, I'm on your team." Watch where you're throwing that. Incredible teamwork. Really elite stuff. Then, the fight gets stopped again when Bezo hits the mat and one of them starts unloading a barrage of punches. So yeah, either the rules are extra strange or someone backstage is working overtime to protect Bezo, because the stoppages in this one are doing him a lot of favors. The fight restarts and right away the gangsters swarm again, smothering Bezo and keeping him trapped in that ugly crowded pressure until the end of round 2. No space, no breathing room, just bodies and chaos. By the final seconds, all 3 fighters still in the ring look completely drained, but they're somehow still throwing shots right up to the bell like their arms aren't about to fall off. It gets called a draw, but come on, if the refs hadn't jumped in a few times, it's pretty clear this probably ends with Bezo getting overwhelmed and losing. Fight number 4. Now let's see what a 2 versus 1 looks like when the fighters are actually closer in size, taking on 2 professional MMA fighters. And of course, the promotion is called Fight Circus. Round 1 starts, and immediately Charles gets shoved and trapped in the corner, then spills out of the ring.
People, round 1. Wow. They throw him into the corner and they...
The fight keeps going anyway, and soon they're trading kicks back and forth.
I love the side kick. Keep him in the ring, gentlemen. I like how Felony is just feeling his way around right now.
Then both opponents finally get their hands on Bennett. He locks up and wrestles one of them like there isn't a whole other guy yanking at him from the side. One fighter snatches Bennett from behind while the other tries to tee off on him like it's target practice. But the shots don't land with much impact, and all 3 end up crashing to the ground in this chaotic pileup.
Oh! Takes him down. Are they going to let him play down here?
We have limited time on the ground in these type fights.
They've lost on guillotines before, and now you can tell the training that they legit have. They see it, they attack the one arm, they go 2-on-1 to try and knock it.
Being able to keep them off him till that last minute of that round where it got sloppy and they all went to the ground, which happens to most fighters. Charles is doing great.
Round 2, even worse for Charles Felony Bennett. He's getting taken down way too easily.
2 people. Oh, great takedown. Now Felony is in trouble. He's trying to get up. Oh,
he's got the net.
Bennett isn't trying to go out looking helpless. He fights back up to his feet, but it doesn't last. They drag him right back down, and Charles ends up getting put to sleep with a rear naked choke.
He's trying to sink it in. He's trying to sink it in. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Unbelievable.
Tap.
That's it. Lights out, done. And if anyone needed a reality check, this is it. You need a real edge over 2 opponents to survive that setup. If there's no serious weight or skill gap, taking on 2 fighters is ridiculously hard to pull off.
Let's give him a chance. He's now going to go blindfolded for no reason. Felony decides, you know what? I lost round.
Fight number 5. All right, on to another 1 versus 3 featuring the big dude Panda Banks against a 3-man squad, Gilbert, Sam, and Adam. And the rules are, one of the teammates has to wait outside the ring and can only jump in 30 seconds after the start, because somebody realized a full-speed gang rush from second 1 would end the fight instantly. Panda comes out like a man who drank pure adrenaline for breakfast. He's swinging and moving with zero hesitation. He even tries to go after the guy who hasn't entered yet. Real sportsmanship vibes, right? The 2 inside start swinging hard, and the second those 30 seconds are up, the 3rd guy jumps in looking angry.
Go now 3-on-1.
Why is he not throwing hands?
From Panda Banks.
Throw some hands. Come on, Panda.
Oh, good right hand.
After a few exchanges, the team drags Panda to the ground, and the ref steps in immediately, almost like he's saying, nah. So yeah, it's that kind of night. They reset, and the same chaos starts up again. Panda ends up defending himself in the corner while shots are flying from every direction. And somehow, instead of just surviving, he keeps trying to bully his way through it, like he's running on pure, I don't care energy.
Great job in there.
Oh, he's holding his own.
Oh, good hands.
Whoa.
Second round, back to 2 versus 1 again. And Panda gets taken down right away.
By himself. Oh, now a takedown.
The takedowns are allowed, but no submissions.
I guess so.
Now what? Panda immediately targets the guy in the red shorts, the one clearly annoying him the most, trying to hurt him before the third fighter is allowed to jump back in and turn it into a swarm again. Now it's back to 3 versus 1 again, and Panda is clearly running on fumes. It's pretty safe to say if real ground fighting was allowed, the big guy probably would have gotten tied up and finished down there. But in this setup, with the rules and the numbers, 3 versus 1 still didn't end up going his way.
3 guys have not even taken him out yet. Tried an elbow on the way down, can't do it.
Fight number 6. So what happens when there's no big size advantage? Just sharper skill, more experience, and a guy who actually knows what he's doing in a 2 versus 1? In this promotion called Duck Fight, which already tells you everything you need to know about how serious this night is. We've got Cesar Alonso, a pro, taking on Tortuga and Lura, 2 amateurs. So yeah, it's 2-on-1, but not exactly equal levels here. Round 1 starts and Tortuga and Lura instantly try to swarm him, smother him, rush him, not even give him half a second to think, because obviously their plan is pile on and hope. But they can't drag Cesar down, and then Alonso lands a fast, clean shot right on the chin, and one of them drops immediately. What happens next is basically Alonso doing fight math. He finishes the guy he clipped with that punch like it's a checklist item, then shifts gears and handles the other one on the ground. If you've got a real advantage in skill and experience and your body is conditioned for that exhausting, smothering pace, you can beat 2 solid opponents. The key is surviving that first storm while both of them are still swinging at 100% like they just stepped out fresh. Fight number 7. Ah yes, let's wrap this up with some sparring footage featuring a former UFC champ in a 1 versus 3 setup. Sean Strickland against his teammates. Sean circles constantly, trying not to get boxed in, because he knows the second he gets trapped, it turns into a dog pile. Eventually, they cut off his angles and trap Sean against the fence, forcing him into a straight-up firefight. You can circle all day, but if 3 trained guys are closing space, the cage turns into a wall. Sean can't fully slip out because 2 of them start trying to hold him in place, while the third begins landing clean, solid shots. Even a tough pro doesn't last long when it's 1 guy versus 3 other professional fighters.
Back to your feet!
So, if you enjoyed watching chaos, bad ideas, and people learning hard lessons the painful way, do the obvious thing. Smash that like button like it owes you money. Subscribe if you don't want to miss the next breakdown. Share this with someone who still thinks they could take 3 trained fighters by themselves. And drop a comment below. Tell me which fight surprised you the most, or which one made you shake your head the hardest. We'll catch you in the next one.